Who, me?
What's up, Mike? Yeah, we coming to you. What if your
You
mate?
know what, man? Let's go with prostitution.
Oh,
No.
Okay,
Wait, did we hit the why do our country love it that don't love us back? Did we hit that?
We just did that. Yeah, we just did that.
All right, yeah, let's get to the prostitution.
All right, prostitution. All right. Do you want to start with Jay on this one, man? Jay
No,
got
yeah,
excited.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all
start on this. I'll start on this.
Jay got excited. As soon as we say that, Jay got excited.
I'll start on this. I'll start on it.
All right, man. What you thought? What about prostitution?
All right, so I don't want to be like seen as no old pervert, none of that shit, right?
Too late.
But look, I'm totally for prostitution.
The fact that you said that, right?
Listen, I'm totally for prostitution, and I'm married. I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't need a prostitute. But the thing is, look, I believe it's the oldest profession in the world. It's the oldest profession on earth. So how can we as men dictate what a woman wants to do with her body, right? So when a man tells a woman that he's going to do this for her, he's going to do that for her, he's going to provide for her, he's going to it's the same thing. It's the same thing without the wedding vows. You know what I mean? So why should we be against prostitution? That's just like they shouldn't make weed legal, something that grows from the ground. I mean, illegal, something that grows from the ground that everybody smoke anyway. Come on, man. Like, it's certain things that they want to have. And then here's another thing, last thing before I let before I jump off of it. If prostitution was legal, there wouldn't be such a need for human trafficking because women could come out in the open and do their business. You feel me? So for you to have to force somebody into prostitution, you know what I mean, against their will, there wouldn't be no need for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna listen to Jay. But yo, man, I'm not. I think prostitution should be legal. I'll take it a step further. I wonder. Now, I haven't read stats about it. I wonder if like rape would go down a little bit. You know, if those types of violent crimes toward women would drop if a dude had an opportunity to go out and go buy some booty. You know, I'm not opposed to it at all, man. I think it should be legal.
Right. And why would a woman need a pimp? She wouldn't.
Hey, prostitution been going on for hundreds of years, thousands of years.
The oldest profession.
Thousands of years. Yep. I don't knock nobody hustle. This is the United States of America. Right. And I don't mean to sound redundant, but if you don't make no money, you will starve out this motherfucker. Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, we all came from a woman. We don't know what situations our mothers was in when we wasn't hit to see. We don't know what was going on. Sometimes the motherfuckers got to keep them lights on.
Right. You don't know what. Right.
You come in the house. I mean, that's Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard gonna keep the lights on.
Now go shopping. Now go to that food.
You know what I mean? For real. So when it comes to prostitution, I don't play with the underage shit though.
Right.
Kids shouldn't be nowhere near it.
Right. Age restriction.
It should be age restricted. But as long as ain't nobody getting sick, dying, and passing around diseases and stuff.
Now, Jay, let me read this. What you just said. Frequently, arguments against prostitution center around concerns for health and safety of women, and the concerns are not unfounded. Prostitution is an incredibly dangerous profession for mostly women involved in sexual assault, forced drug addiction, physical abuse, and death. So really, the people that are against it, they're talking about it, as you just said, though, you know.
That's the excuse they use, but they can't tax the money.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They can't. This is like a hair salon. Sooner or later, they're gonna start sweating these people at the hair salon when they figure out how much money they making. The same with these pastors. You see how much money some of these churches make?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, like I said, you know the risk. There's a risk when you get behind the wheel of a car.
Absolutely.
Now, I will say this. That I think about prostitution the way I think about abortion.
What's that, Knight?
A woman should be allowed to do it. It's her body.
Right.
I'm a man. I should have no right to tell her what she can do with her vagina.
As long as she's not hurting anyone.
Whatever.
Right.
That's right.
As long as she's not hurting anybody. As long as she's
all right. I got a question for both of y'all. I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah,
I got a question.
We in trouble.
Yeah, we in trouble.
I got a question for both of y'all. Okay. We all know that, or it's said that in relationships, sometimes women use sex as a weapon, right? We've heard that before, right?
They do.
If prostitution were legal, would it help relationships? Because now it's like, oh, you don't want. I'll be back. I mean,
yeah, it wouldn't be.
Damn,
right
Stace.
I'm asking the question.
If prostitution was legal and then you brought it back to being married, you said?
No, I mean, would it help relationships? Because now, if let's say,
being shy is what it is.
Oh, babe, what's going on? Of course, he wanted to come on and talk about this. But listen,
it's like you're missing a lot.
No, hold on.
You're missing a lot, Steve.
Hold on. Let me finish the question. The question was, if prostitution was legal, now you can go back to the other topic also. If prostitution was legal, would it help relationships? But what did you mean, Shice? Where were you going with it?
When you equate about rape and prostitution, rape has nothing to do with sex. It's a violent act. Dudes are not raping because they can't get $40 to buy women. So when you say that, you're saying it's going to stop. They're not raping because they're horny. They're raping because they're rapists.
Right. No, I was reading.
Horny men find outlets.
Right.
They buy it, whatever they're going to do. Women who probably been arrested less for selling their body still get behind those doors and got to deal with a violent man. They will tell you. So even if it's legal, you still got some freak bull that once those doors close, he could get abusive. Now,
no, but wait a minute. Okay, then after you finish, I got something to say. Go ahead.
She can do what she wants about it. I'm not gonna say. I'm not making an argument that prostitution should be legal. I just want us to feel like that element's going to leave. Like all of a sudden, men gonna stop raping because it's legal brothels out here.
Okay, but okay, let me say something. I got a question for you, Shice. What I was reading was what people use as their opposition to legalize prostitution. I'm for legalized prostitution, but let me ask you a question, Shice. Do you think that it should be legal?
I don't want to weigh in either way. Like, I don't think it's up for me to tell somebody to do their body.
Hey, that's the question.
But when we start talking about morality and what our country stands for, I know there's a lot of hypocrisy, and I listened to y'all for the last hour. Y'all was nailed, J and K, T. Y'all right on with the hypocrisy that's being practiced. But I don't think we should start all of a sudden letting drugs and prostitution become a legal thing, because where's our moral compass at? So I think if people want to do what they want to do, I'm not going to look at down on nobody for doing whatever drug they're doing or what they're doing with their body. But I don't know if I want to be a part of voting for it to be legal.
So you wouldn't oppose it then?
Do you think a woman should
I
go
wouldn't
to jail
oppose it, but I'm thinking bigger. Like, is that the message we want to send to people? We already so crazy out here about money, cash rules everything about around. Everything is a go these days. Where's our moral compass in our music, our lifestyles, in our community? Now we're gonna put it on the books.
Wow.
Get high.
Let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this. Do you? I got two statements. One is a question. Do you think a woman should go to jail for selling the yams?
No.
So then you think it should be legal, right?
No. I just told you what I thought.
Yeah, he's saying that he wouldn't oppose it.
It's not an easy yes or no for me. A lot of things are nuanced and layered. I don't think you should be taking nobody. If that's what you want to do, give maybe a fine. I can see that, right. But I'm gonna lock you up. Right. So what? She gonna go to jail and sell a body for commissary?
Right. Hi, Jake. What's up?
The thing is, like, Shice used a very powerful word, morality.
Morality, right? That's taking it.
And to me, I'm just being Jay. Now, I love y'all. I'm a straight dude. I don't buy the bullshit with morality. That's something we're in search of.
Right.
When ain't no prostitution is going on now, okay? and if it's right, I'll buy.
If this country had morality, we wouldn't have homeless. We wouldn't have homeless people, and
Right.
we wouldn't have homeless. We wouldn't be always fighting for our rights.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
If this country had morality, we wouldn't always have to fight for what every.
We already talked about how we agree on the hypocrisy.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's
think of it like this.
See, but
we got older. We all ran together at 17, 18, and 19. We did what we wanted to do. But what if our mom said, go ahead, bring every girl you want in this crib, get high in my living room, do what you want to do? Where would our moral compass would have came from? That's the analogy I want to use.
Besides, to answer that question,
I got some after Jay.
I got friends like that. I have friends who was like that.
And those kids got no morality. No, everything to go with them kids.
But look,
what do you mean, Jay?
They got their degree. They own a crib. There's no. That's what I'm saying about morality. You got to be careful because
morality is another one of them illusions.
That word applies to different people. Everybody is not like that.
Right.
Morality is another one of those illusions.
For everybody that made it through with loose guidelines in their households, I could probably give you 5 that didn't. Or
let me give you this example. All right. Let me give you this example real quick.
And then I'm after you, Nike. Go ahead.
All right, let me give you this example real
quick.
quick.
Was some prostitute.
No.
We gonna sound off with some prostitute.
No. Listen. Listen to me.
Hey,
listen
no,
to me. Yo, listen to me. Yo. So if we were worried about morality,
the Sixers got me over here tripping. I'm sorry, y'all.
We pulled it out.
All right. If we were a country that was so entrenched in morality, every time you opened up your Facebook page, you wouldn't have cheeks and ass in your face every 5 minutes.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and with that being said, now throw the government on top of it.
And so that's a caveat on my like, I don't believe in telling a woman what to do with her body.
Right.
But I don't need to see it every 5 minutes.
Now,
like,
now
I
let me
don't
say
need to
this.
see your titties and ass on my page.
It ain't even fun no more. It ain't even no fun no more scrolling down your timeline.
But listen, no, it's still fun. But listen to this though.
Appreciated the cheeks.
But listen to this, right? But Shice, to go back to something you said though, Shice. Almost like when making weed legal helped to solve another problem though, because to what Jay and Terry said before you came on, you have millions and millions and millions. Let me finish. Let me finish my thought.
I'm not arguing weed.
Let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought. Going back to what they said earlier, we have millions and millions of people being locked up for a product that's not hurting everyone. It ruined communities and everything. Prostitution, we could put it in the same thing though, in the same bucket. You have women out there selling their body, trying to do things to keep the light on, not hurting anyone, but it's illegal. So the only way is to Shice, and I got what you're saying as far as the morality, but either the government has to say it's illegal or say it's legal. And at some point, we're gonna have to vote on it, taking everything that we know into consideration.
But Stace, prostitution.
But I will put weed with alcohol, and it's still we're not gonna let all the drugs be legal.
Okay, I was just going to say prostitution is not just about women. Men sell penis.
True.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying,
man, keep that to yourself. Don't tell us your business, Jay.
I ain't like that. That's Shice.
They don't say
it's King Shice. King Shice out here, like
that's all they call it.
No, but I'm just saying. The only to bring it back to be serious, when people get desperate, man, you know what I mean? It's hard out here. It's hard out here.
And as long as they're not hurting anyone,
you got to do what you got to do. You have morality, but morality is also, look, I got to do a job that I don't. How many of us worked a job that we totally hated?
That's right.
Let
me read somebody thought. Ron C said, right, that's the excuse they use. If it were legal, there would be laws to protect them. Okay, he's talking about the prostitutes. You know, now let me read.
And I would wonder what those laws would look like to protect them. That's a good conversation.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You can't put
That'd
that
be
there.
crazy.
They'd be like, you can't put that there. No, you know, I mean, I guess we just be saying.
Laws. We need to protect them.
Yeah.
Like if you come short and you don't pay your whole tab, you know to come in and handle them.
States like back door is double.
You owe $9.99. You short $9.99. Now Real Brothers got to handle.
I'm telling you, you didn't pay the back door fee.
You got yams in, in salary. So
you got backdoor tax, backdoor taxes.
Y'all silly. Hold on.
I agree. I think we all agree that we don't think prostitution should be illegal. I just don't think the law should set if it's going to be until they don't make it lawful. I don't think we should be sending women to jail for it.
Right.
You're not sending John to jail. How many people went to jail for buying ass?
Huh? What'd you say?
You only going to women. The men that bought it don't go to jail.
Right. True. Well, they're supposed to. They're supposed to. But like,
I don't know. Nobody said it. I just came home from buying ass. Like a real big. I don't think you was over there overnight. You paid a fine. Right. I'm talking about women go to jail and sit for months at a time.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Miss Stevens said, "Good rhythm. Many of my thoughts can't do better." Oh, keep it okay. Thanks, Miss Stevens.